You close your eyes, your heart slows down, your body rests, immersed in a deep silence. But what about your essence? Where does that living spark go that makes you who you truly are? What happens to your consciousness when the physical world fades behind closed eyelids? Many would say it's just a dream, a reflection of the brain reorganizing memories. But what if I told you that's only the surface? That behind the curtain of sleep, there's a universe pulsating with ancient secrets, lost revelations, and encounters that change the destiny of those who dare to remember. Egyptian manuscripts, Tibetan scrolls hidden for centuries, and texts burned by the church in 1587 point to a terrifyingly liberating truth. When you sleep, you leave. Your consciousness travels, and what it finds in that invisible territory quietly shapes every aspect of your waking reality, with or without your consent. Some cultures called it the Great Sleep. Others, the Gate of the Gods. But there was a forbidden name erased from documents, buried by history, and revealed only in the most hidden circles. The mandatory journey. That's because no one, absolutely no one, escapes it. Every night you cross this threshold, but 99% of people return empty-handed, not because they lack access to the mysteries, but because no one taught them how to see. No one trained them to decipher the signs carved into the flesh, the soul, and the mist of dreams. Now tell me, have you ever woken up with an answer you didn't know you had? Ever felt like you lived entire days in just a few hours? Ever woken up with a fear that seemed to have no origin? Well, know this. Those sensations are not delusions. They are traces of something real. Fragments of your nightly journey trying to surface. And what if I told you that you can remember, that you can bring back the power of those dimensions, that there's a map and you're about to receive it? Because even when you turn off the light, cover yourself and slow down your breath, a part of you remains awake, always awake, the consciousness. We were taught that sleep is a state of blackout, a necessary rest. But if that's all it is, how can we explain the vivid dreams, the encounters that mark us, the brilliant ideas that come out of nowhere? We've been conditioned to believe that we are only body, flesh, matter. But the ancients knew what the modern world forgot. The body falls asleep, but consciousness never. While you sleep, your essence crosses invisible layers of reality. The Egyptians called it duat, the Hindus, astral planes, others, spiritual worlds. The name matters little. What matters is understanding that every night you become freer than you ever imagined. Yes, sleep is a transition, a ritual. Your body becomes a recharging station, but your consciousness, that tireless traveler, keeps exploring. Maybe you've already felt it. That moment when you float before falling asleep, as if your body weighs tons, but your soul becomes light. Or when you wake up confused with memories of places you've never seen, but that seem familiar. This is not an illusion. This is interdimensional memory. There's an old proverb that says, each sleep is a little death, each awakening a little rebirth. Have you ever thought of sleep this way? Because the moment you surrender to the darkness, something in you starts a deep process of detachment. Sleeping is letting go of control, of the ego, of identity. And in that moment, the miracle begins. The heart beats, the lungs breathe. But the conscious mind disconnects from the physical. And what happens next is extraordinary. During sleep, the same process the soul experiences in death takes place, only on a smaller scale. Ancient traditions say that upon dying, our consciousness frees itself from the body. In sleep, it simulates this liberation, and it remains connected only by an invisible thread, the silver cord. This cord is a bridge, an energetic connection between the physical body and the eternal essence. As long as it remains intact, you leave and return. When it breaks, the journey becomes permanent. Many wise individuals trained the art of sleeping as if they were training to die. And more, they taught that those who learn to die every night with surrender and reverence will awaken at the moment of actual death with peace, clarity, and wisdom. That's why so many cultures cultivated nighttime rituals, baths, prayers, incense, not just for the body, but to prepare the soul, to guide it on its journey. And perhaps now you understand something even deeper. The fact that we rarely remember what we experience during sleep doesn't mean we don't live it. It only reveals how disconnected we are from both worlds, the waking world and the spiritual one. But what if it's possible to unite the two? Modern science is beginning to explore this path, but the ancients already knew what many are rediscovering now. Mastering the abyss between sleep and wakefulness is the secret of the awakened. Sleeping is a little death, and living with awareness of this is awakening to true life. And among the most powerful revelations of this forgotten knowledge, there is an ancient practice that could change everything: biphasic sleep. Yes, sleeping twice. Ancient civilizations, such as the Greek, Egyptian, and even medieval European, had a natural practice: sleep for a few hours, wake up in the middle of the night, and then go back to sleep until dawn. This interval was sacred. Meditation, writing, prayers. The intermediate state between the first and second sleep was seen as a portal between worlds. But why? Because it is there at this exact point that the rational mind begins to awaken, while the brain still vibrates in slow waves, theta and delta. It is in this space that the barrier between worlds thins. You are neither fully awake nor completely asleep. You are on the threshold. Experienced practitioners of astral projection know this is the ideal moment to leave the body consciously, to traverse realities, to gather memories and bring revelations. Moreover, biphasic sleep enhances the recall of dreams and astral journeys. Waking in the middle of the night brings the last dreams to the surface, still fresh, and in that instant, you can write them down, meditate on them, integrate them. Now tell me, how many times have you ignored the call in the middle of the night? How many answers have you let slip away in the silence of the early morning? Maybe today is the day everything changes, because now you have the map. And it starts like this. Every night, you die a little and are reborn. The only question left is, are you ready to awaken with everything you brought back from there? If you want to experience this conscious journey, there's a simple path. Ancient, forgotten, yet powerful. First of all, sleep normally. Allow the first sleep cycle to occur naturally, which usually lasts from 4 to 5 hours. When you wake up, either spontaneously or with the help of a soft alarm, stay lying down. Don't move just yet. Feel your body. Listen to the silence. Notice the sensation still floating between the worlds. Instead of getting up, keep your mind in a relaxed state at that exact point between thought and emptiness, between dreaming and lucidity. Now, try to fall asleep again, but with awareness, with a clear intention. I want to wake up inside the dream. This practice is called biphasic sleep, and it holds an ancient secret. A forgotten mechanism, a legacy from times when we knew that sleep was more than rest. It was navigating between invisible worlds. It was finding, at night, what waking life dared not show, and that's where it all begins, because you never sleep alone. Every time your consciousness dives into the dream universe, it encounters others, other presences, other souls. Some are familiar. Perhaps you've felt them, even without remembering their faces. Others are completely unknown. But they all have one thing in common: a purpose, a message, a mission, and we're not just talking about human souls. In the subtle realms, you might cross paths with spiritual guardians, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, but still whisper. Along your path, you may encounter masters of light, silent teachers, elevated beings whose sole purpose is to ignite in you a remembrance, the remembrance of who you truly are. These encounters don't always occur with words. Often they are encoded in symbols, images, scents, subtle touches, or even in a silent transfer of wisdom. And then you wake up with that unmistakable feeling of having been with someone, with a scent in the air that wasn't there before, with an emotion that stays with you all day, with no logical explanation. These are the traces left by visits from the invisible, fragments of other planes infiltrating your waking reality. Each encounter is a door, a chance to heal an old wound, to remember soul agreements, to receive guidance and accelerate your awakening. But not everything is comforting. Some presences can provoke fear, discomfort, or resistance. Does that mean they are bad? Not necessarily. Often they are merely reflections of your own inner ghosts, parts of yourself that are asking for acceptance, integration, healing. And then comes the question, how to prepare for these nocturnal journeys? The answer is simple, but powerful. Raise your vibration before you sleep. Surround yourself with thoughts of gratitude, love, and light. Create a field around you with the pure intention to connect only with presences that align with your highest purpose, because your soul, it never travels alone. And here we reveal another mystery. During sleep, you connect to a web of consciousness. This network can be made of light or of shadows. It all depends on your frequency. Spiritual guardians, protective beings, and guides are constantly attentive to your vibration. They guide you, protect you, teach you. But there are also dissonant forces which approach when your light weakens. And how can you know who is by your side? The key lies in subtlety, in intuition, in feeling. When your consciousness is tuned to your purest essence, you feel, you know, what is true stands out. What is illusion dissolves. That's why you should never underestimate the power of a thought. Before you sleep, it can be the dawn or the shield. During these astral journeys, it's common to feel fear, a discomfort that seems to have no name, an unease that arises like a chill in the soul. These sensations are often a reflection of inner battles, confrontations with parts of yourself that have been forgotten. And that's why, in dreams, we encounter versions of ourselves, living mirrors that face the same fears, blocks, and pains. None of this is by chance. Each scene, each character, each symbol, everything there has a purpose. These dreams are invitations to healing, to soul integration, to discovering a power you may have forgotten you possess. But what happens when the door opens and you're not ready? Those who surrender to fear or resistance find difficult crossings. Sleep paralysis, for example, is a common phenomenon, a sensation of being awake but unable to move, a threshold where the physical and spiritual touch. This state is a clear sign your consciousness is trying to cross, but the mind still resists. The secret: surrender, acceptance, trust. Now, as we reach the end of this revealing expedition, I want to express my deepest gratitude to you for staying with us until the end. Your dedication and curiosity are the fuel that drives us to explore, demystify, and share these intriguing stories. I want to share something special with you. As a fan of the Map of Higher Self channel, you are about to embark on a unique journey of self-discovery and mental formation. I present to you the Map of Higher Self, a revolutionary ebook that will redefine your mental reality. As the creator of this content and leader of the Map of Higher Self channel, I'm sharing my deepest experiences and valuable lessons with you. Each chapter of this ebook is a reflection of my journey, filled with practical lessons I've lived and transformed into wisdom. Don't miss this opportunity to transform your life. Click the link in the pinned comment and start your journey towards self-knowledge and positivity today. Imagine yourself for a moment as one of the ancient explorers who ventured into unknown territories, guided only by the flame of curiosity and the thirst for knowledge. Every piece of information, every symbol deciphered, is like a map leading us deeper into the labyrinth of the unknown. And just like those explorers, you too are now a little closer to the truth, carrying with you a new understanding of the forces that shape our world. Your presence here is not just a personal achievement, but a valuable contribution to a vibrant community of curious and knowledge-seeking individuals. Every view, every comment, every like is a step we take together toward a deeper and collective understanding. You are not just a spectator, you are a partner in this journey of discovery. So, as we close this chapter, I invite you to reflect on today's revelations and prepare for the next steps. We will continue unraveling secrets, questioning established truths, and exploring the mysteries around us. Your participation is essential, not just for the growth of this channel, but for the expansion of our horizon of knowledge. Until the next discovery. And remember, the real power lies in questioning and understanding what is beyond the visible. And before you go, don't miss these 2 videos I've selected especially for you. They're packed with deep knowledge and fascinating discoveries that you'll love. Click on one of them and continue your journey of self-discovery and the pursuit of wisdom with the amazing content our channel has to offer.